What if I told you the fiercest warrior of the wasteland was unborn in the grit and grime of a war-torn world, but in a hidden paradise? Today we're diving deep into the untold story of Furiosa, the character who stole the show in Fury Road and now has a saga all her own. This isn't just a prequel. It's an epic journey of loss, survival, and the burning desire for vengeance. Our story begins in the green place of many mothers, a secret lush oasis, teeming with life in the middle of a barren desert. This is the home of a young Furiosa. It's a world of abundance, community, and hope. But this idyllic life is shattered in an instant. While picking fruit, Furiosa is spotted by scouts from a massive bike horde. She tries to escape, to protect the location of her home, but she is captured. Her mother, a warrior in her own right, gives chase in a desperate attempt to rescue her daughter, showcasing the fierce spirit that runs in their blood. The chase is brutal, a high-octane battle across the sands. But ultimately, her mother is caught and executed by the horde's leader, the charismatic but cruel warlord Dementus. This single, traumatic event forges the path for the rest of Furiosa's life. She is now a captive, a plaything for Dementus, who sees her as a key to finding the legendary land of abundance she came from. He treats her like a daughter in his own twisted way, parading her around as a symbol of his power. Dementus himself is a complex villain, driven by his own past losses, which he commemorates with a teddy bear chained to his chariot. He's not just a monster. He's a broken man who wants to see the whole world burn with him. The biker horde, with Furiosa in tow, roams the wasteland, a massive, locust-like swarm consuming everything in its path. Their journey eventually leads them to the gates of Gastown, a refinery controlled by one of the wasteland's major powers. Dementus, ever the opportunist, uses cunning and brute force to conquer it. But his ambition doesn't stop there. His real target is the Citadel, the fortress ruled by the tyrannical Immortan Joe. Dementus marches his army to the Citadel, believing he can take it. What follows is not a simple battle, but a grueling 40-day siege. The war boys of the Citadel are relentless, and Dementus's biker horde is slowly ground down. During the chaos of the siege, Dementus, realizing he's losing, makes a deal. He trades control of Gastown to Immortan Joe, and what does he get in return? Sources, status, and a place in the new power structure? And what does he trade away? Furiosa. He hands her over to Immortan Joe, effectively selling the girl he once called his own. This betrayal is a turning point for Furiosa. She is taken into the Citadel and becomes one of Immortan Joe's future wives, locked away in the vault. But Furiosa is not one to accept her fate. She knows she cannot stay a prisoner. She sees her chance and takes it, escaping the vault by cutting off her own hair and disguising herself as a boy. She disappears into the Citadel's underbelly, joining the ranks of the mechanics and war pups, learning to survive in a brutal, male-dominated world. No one knows her true identity. She works in silence, her skills as a mechanic and fighter growing day by day. She becomes one of them, invisible yet indispensable. It's during this time that she first meets Praetorian Jack, a skilled driver and warrior who commands a war rig. He sees potential in her, not as a woman or a child, but as a capable survivor. He becomes her mentor, teaching her the ways of the road, how to drive the massive war rig, and how to fight and survive in the wasteland. Their bond is forged in the fire of supply runs and attacks from rival gangs. They develop a silent understanding, a partnership built on mutual respect and a shared desire for something more than this desolate existence. Jack speaks of a place he wants to reach, a place of peace, and together they plan to escape. Their goal is to provision a war rig and make a break for it, hoping to find a new life far away from the tyranny of the warlords. Furiosa's hope to find her way back to the green place is reignited. But in the wasteland, plans rarely go as expected. On a supply run, their war rig is ambushed. And who is leading the attack? Dementus. He's back, more unhinged than ever after losing Gastown and being humbled by Immortan Joe. The ensuing battle is spectacular and horrifying. Jack is captured and brutally tortured by Dementus, a slow, agonizing death meant to break Furiosa's spirit. Furiosa herself is grievously injured. In a desperate act of survival during the fight, she severs her own left arm, which has been crushed and trapped. This is the moment she loses her arm, a sacrifice that will define her physical form forever. She manages to escape, leaving behind the mangled remains of her mentor and her dreams of escape. She makes her way back to the Citadel, not as a broken victim, but as a warrior reborn in pain and loss. The loss of her arm is not a weakness. It becomes a symbol of her resilience. Back at the Citadel, she is fitted with a rudimentary mechanical arm, a piece of wasteland engineering that will become her signature weapon. Her focus narrows to a single, all-consuming purpose: revenge. Years pass. Furiosa rises through the ranks, her skill and ferocity earning her the title of Imperator. She is now in command of her own war rig, the very same one she once drove with Jack. She is a respected, feared figure in Immortan Joe's army. But beneath the grease and the leather, the fire of vengeance for her mother, for Jack, and for her stolen childhood still burns. She learns that Dementus, now a pathetic, wandering warlord with a dwindling gang, has been spotted. This is her chance. She hunts him down. The chase is personal, a culmination of her entire life's journey. It's not a grand battle. It's a relentless pursuit across the desert. She finally corners him, alone and defeated. Dementus, ever the performer, tries to talk his way out of it to appeal to a shared sense of loss. He tells her revenge is pointless, that it won't bring anyone back. But Furiosa is beyond his words. She knows he's right, but that doesn't matter. Her revenge won't be a quick death. That would be too easy. Instead, she takes him captive. The film leaves his final fate ambiguous, but the implication is chilling. She takes him to a hidden part of the Citadel, using a single seed she has carried with her since she left the Green Plaza. Seed from a peach tree, she creates a gruesome, poetic end for her tormentor. She plants the seed in his body, using him as a human fertilizer. Over time, a tree grows from his corpse, bearing fruit. He will not be a martyr, not a legend. He will be a secret, a source of life for the very person whose life he destroyed, a constant reminder of her victory. This act transforms Furiosa. She doesn't find peace, but she finds a grim satisfaction. She has closed a chapter of her life. Her gaze now turns to a new objective. She knows the green place is gone, but the dream of it lives on. Her focus shifts to Immortan Joe's wives, the captives in the vault she once escaped. She sees in them the same innocence she once had, and she decides they must be freed. Her quest for personal revenge is over, and her journey as a liberator, the one we meet in Fury Road, is about to begin. The cycle of violence has ended, and a new path, one of redemption, has just started. What an incredible, brutal, and beautiful story. It perfectly sets the stage for the Furiosa we know and love, giving so much depth to her character. What did you think of her origin story? Let me know your favorite moments in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies. See you next time.